Hare Krishna. Jai Hare Krishna. Jai Jai Radha Madhava Kunya Bihari Radha Madhava Kunya Bihari Ayo Radha Madhava Kunya Bihari Radha Madhava Kunya Bihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Givaradhari Gopi Jana Vallabha Givaradhari Gopi Jana Vallabha Givaradhari Gopi Jana Vallabha Givaradhari Yashoda Nandana Braja Jana Ranjana Yashoda Nandana Braja Jana Ranjana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Tira Jayo Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jayo Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Gaur Premanande Jai Om Vishnupada Brahmaspracharya His Divine Grace Abhichand Bhaktivedanta Swami Shri Prabhupada Ki Jai Jai Om Vishnupada Brahmaspracharya Srimad Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Maharaj Ki Jai Srimad Bhagavad Puran Ki Jai Gita Jayanti Ki Jai Samaveta Bhaktivinoda Ki Jai All glories to the assembled devotees All glories to the assembled devotees All glories to the assembled devotees All glories to Sri Guru and Gauranga Thai Gaur Premanande Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskrityam Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudire Nashtaprayeshu Abhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Sloke Bhaktir Bhavati Nashtaki. Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 10, Chapter 68, verse 10, 11, and 12. 9, 10, 11, 12. That's what on the board. Vispruj, yeah? That's Vispruj. Vispurcha ruchiram chapam. Vispurcha ruchiram chapam. Sarvan vihadasayakai. Sarvan vihadasayakai. Karna adin sadratan viram. Karna adin satratan viram. Tavad pi yugapat pritang. Tavad pi yugapat pritang. Vishpurja ruchiram chapam. Sarvan vyodasayake. Karnadin satratan viram. Tava adbhi yugapat pritang. Vishpurja ruchiram chapam. Sarvan vihadasayake. Karnadin sadratan viras. Tavad vir yugapat prita. Vishpurja ruchiram chapam. Sarvan viyathasayake. Karnadin sadratan viras. Tavad vir yugapat prita. Vishpurja ruchiram chapam. Sarvan vihadasayake. Karnadin sadratan viras. Tavad vir yugapat prita. So there's another 10 and 11 verse. Chaturvi chaturabhyahan ekaina cha saratin ratinasya maheshwasam tasya tatti abhyupujayan. Word to word meaning. Word to word meaning. Vispurja, twanging. Ruchiram, attractive. Chapam, his bow. Sarvan, all of them. Viyadha, he pierced. Sayakai, with his arrows. Karna Adin, Karna and others. Sat, 6. Ratan, the chariots. Veera, the hero. Samba. Tavadvi with as many Yugapath simultaneously, Pritak each individually, Chaturbi with 4 arrows, Chatura the four, Vahan horses of each chariot, Eka Ekena with one each, Cha and Saratin the chariot drivers, Ratina the warriors commanding the chariots, Cha and Mahishwasan great bowmen, Tasya his, Tat that, Te they, Abhyapujayam honored. Translation. Twanging his wonderful bow, heroic Samba struck with arrows the 6 warriors headed by Karna. He pierced the 6 chariots with as many arrows, each team of 4 horses with 4 arrows, and each chariot driver with a single arrow. And he similarly struck the great bowmen who commanded the chariots. The enemy warriors congratulated Samba for this display of prowess. Purport. Srila Prabhupada comments, while Samba was diligently fighting alone with the 6 great warriors, they all appreciated the inconceivable potency of the boy. Even in the midst of fighting, they admitted frankly that this boy Samba was wonderful. Text 11. Tam tu te viratam chakrushchatvarश्चतुरो ekastu sharatim jagne chichetya sarashanam. But they forced him down from his chariot, and thereupon 4 of them struck his 4 horses. One of them struck down his chariot driver, another broke his bow. Right. So the title is Samba. Yeah, the marriage of Samba. Hare Krishna. Marriage of Samba. Om Jnanathimrandasya Jnananjana Chakshuruntam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Vandeham Sri Guru Sri Utapadakammalam Sri Gurum Vaishnavam Cha Sri Rupam Sagrijatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Sajivam Sadvaitam Saudhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Pada Sagarta Sri Vishakhanvitam Cha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopisha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute तप्त कांचना गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी विश्वानुसुत देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासदि गौर भक्तवृंद हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्णा हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे वाञ्छाकल्पतरुश्च कृपासिन्धुश्च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः. कोटि वैष्णव की जय. श्री प्रभुपाद की जय. श्रीमद् भागवत पुराण की जय. Hare Krishna. It's a very interesting marriage of Samba. So there are different types of marriage. So here is marriage of Samba. This is in Rakshasa style. So in the marriage, the bridegroom goes to the bride's place. So there are many princes, they come, and the bride chooses the bride like that. So they are Kshatriyas. Kshatriyas means fighting. They should show their bravery like that. So similarly in this marriage, many princes have come to choose Lakshmana, the daughter of Duryodhan. They had attended this marriage ceremony of Lakshmana. Samba was attracted to Lakshmana, the daughter of Duryodhan. So he came to the marriage and kidnapped Lakshmana in the midst of everyone. So this beautiful So different types of marriage. So this is Rakshasa marriage. Right? That's Viva Yagna. Viva Yagna is the parents choose the boy. Uh, and so there's a different process, different marriages. So Rakshasa marriage is one. Viva Yagna, that's one. Then there's Gandharva marriage. Gandharvas in loving affairs like that, get married like that. In Kali Yuga, it's just marriage is because Kshatriyas, Brahmanas, Vaishnavas, Kshatriyas, Brahmanas, Vaishyas, they could, because that time, suppose there were 300 girls, so there were 100 boys, so they used to marry one or more like that. But Kali Yuga, it's Kalau Shudra Shambhava. So we have this process of Krishna consciousness to elevate oneself to higher consciousness. Marriage is in human society. In animal society, there is no marriage. Like if you say like dog marriage or elephant marriage, you've never seen like that. So here, similarly, here we says in this verse particularly, marriage of Samba. Twanging his wonderful bow, heroic Samba struck with arrows the six warriors headed by Karna. He pierced the six chariots with as many arrows, each team of 4 horses with 4 arrows. In each chariot with a drive single bow, and he similarly struck the great bowmen who commanded the chariots. The enemy warriors congratulated Samba for this display of prowess. Srila Prabhupada comments, while Samba was so diligently fighting along with the six great warriors, they all appreciated the inconceivable potency of the boy. Even in the midst of fighting, they admitted frankly that this boy Sama was wonderful. Sama was the son of Krishna, so he was as brave as his father. Samba means one who is very dear to his mother. So this story is, this particularly this chapter is about Samba. Samba was arrested by the Kauravas, and Baladeva dragged the city of Hastinapur with his plow to secure the release of Samba. When the whole plow became like a city, and Baldev pulled it, whole city to the Ganges water. So powerful, Baldev expansion is Sheshnag, which holds all the universe. It's just like one of, it's like this planet universe is just on like a mustard seed. So there are unlimited universes. So Baladev gives us spiritual strength. It's nice bhajan Navarottam Das Thakur say, Nitai Charana Satya, Nitai Charana Padma, Keval Nitai Charana Satya. This one should take shelter of the lotus feet of Lord Nityanand. Nityanand is the expansion of Balram. He's the Adi Guru. So like that to take. Ahankare mata hoya, in falsely pride, one thinks himself with his body. So this is all the false concept. So yeah, similarly, this Kauravas, they were falsely proud of their position. Samba, the story goes, Samba, so this marriage of Lakshmana was arranged, and Samba appeared in this marriage and kidnapped Lakshmana, the daughter of Duryodhan. So the Kauravas became very angry, and they want to take action. So they arrested Samba. Samba fought very valiantly with his bow and arrows. He pierced the opposite chariots with his single arrows like that. So, so Samba, actually, this marriage, Samba kidnapped Lakshmana, the daughter of Duryodhan. So they became very angry, and they told, "How come this? We shall teach Samba a lesson by subduing his senses." And like we can, we will arrest him and tie with ropes. So they sent Karna, And Karna, along with the six of them, the seniors of the members of the Kauravas, they came and arrested Samba. And Samba fought very valiantly. And finally, all of six they got together and they tied Samba with the rope and bound him and took him away to Hastinapur. So the news spread to Narad Muni. Narad Muni came and informed this message to Ugrasena. So Ugrasena was from the Vrishni dynasty, the king of Yadus. See, they all became the Yadus, and Ugrasen, they all became angry over the Kauravas. How dare they arrested Samba? So, see, they were ready to go for a fight with the Kauravas. So they all prepared for the fight too. So Balram, who is the peacemaker in this age of Kali Yuga, is a purifier. He doesn't like fight. So Balram pacified the Yadus that on behalf of I shall go and try to make a peace with the Kauravas, because the Kauravas respected Balram. So Balram went to the city of Hastinapur and he made a tent camp outside the gardens of Hastinapur city. And Uddhava went and Balaram said to Uddhava to send to the message to Duryodhana and the Kaurava. He wanted to know the intention of Dhritarashtra's. So he sent Uddhava. So when this Kaurava saw Uddhava, they all they honored Uddhava because they knew Balram is their well-wisher like that. Balram had no enmity like that. So when Uddhava conveyed the message of that Balram is out of the city and the garden, see they all came and worshipped Balram with various paraphernalias, various gifts like that. And then Balram conveyed the message of King Ugrasena. The king has ordered that you release Samba. So the Kauravas, they became very angry on hearing this. They told, how come the Kauravas, uh, how come the Yadus have so much guts? They are challenging us like that. So it's just like the shoes taking the place of head. Like shoes cannot be kept on head. Shoes is unclean like that. So we have the process in kitchen also. We go with this particular type of shoes, like being conscious before in Krishna consciousness. So even when we enter the temple, we don't come with the shoes like that. So, but they compared it, the Yadus, how come the shoes taking the place of head, So, so Balram became very angry on hearing this instruction. They also chastised Krishna also like that. So it's nice, wonderful interaction eh. So when Samba, so they became angry. They come, so they approached Don Borshim with gifts of cows, argi and fitting. So first they inquired everything, and then Balaram said, Ugrasen, the ruler of king, you should hear his order that immediately release Samba. So Balde's words were very full of power, and he says the Kur said, how amazing the force of time is in a lowly shoe now wants to climb on the head that bears the royal crown. That's exactly what they're saying. So we could enjoy the pair of yak-tails, conch shells. They had given all the paraphernalias, all the place to the Yadus, and now they are trying to become this. It's just like feeding a snake with poison like that. If you feed a snake with poison, it becomes more poisonous. Uh, so wonderful. Like so, Balram got angry on this, on the Kauravas, and then the cow in order to punish them, he dragged the whole city of Hastinapur to the Ganges river. So the whole city was trembling with fear, except Samba. Samba was safe like that. So they were all in a very. Then they all came out of the city, and they asked forgiveness from Balram, and they offered. And Duryodhan offered his daughter Lakshmana along with Samba, and Balram came back to the Yadus, and they were all joyful like that. In this way, Balram released Samba. So this is a wonderful marriage. So marriage is performed in human society. In animal society, there's no marriage, and marriage also is meant for restriction. Uh, so they get a nice progeny, and they lead a happy life. Actually, in marriage also is like Krishna says Bhagavad Gita. It's a place of miseries. Dukhalayam ashashvatam. Suppose one thinks in household life there is happiness, then he will think this world is very comfortable. So they he's put in miseries like that. Try to understand the situation of the world. This world is not a good place. It's a place of miseries. So that's intelligence, like to understand whatever this in this material world, it's all temporary. It's a place of suffering only. So, but the tendency is there: intoxication, illicit affairs, meat eating, gambling. So, in order to restrict it, so this marriage ceremony is there. Suppose like um, otherwise they will engage in sinful life. But this is for purification. Like liquor is impure, but liquor you can prepare with foods, grains like that. Keep it for fruits and all this. You have to keep it for a long time under the earth like that, and then it ferment it. Then it becomes liquor like that. So the tendency is there, but the government keeps restrictions that you buy liquor from liquor shop, and for that license is there. So restriction is there. Same way for gambling, there's some restrictions. Same way for marriage is there like that. Otherwise, the people will engage in sinful life. Then the result will become they become more impure. Their life becomes more impure because human life is meant for purification. So marriage is there. So this another is about Karna. Karna, along with six chariots, he went on. He arrested Samba. Samba was all alone at that, but Samba gave a violent fight. So Karna's story also is very interesting. Like Karna means he was born from a year. Karna was the son of Kunti. So Kunti had a benediction that she pleased Durvasa Muni by serving Durvasa Muni, and Durvasa Muni was pleased, and he gave a benediction that you can call any demigod and you can have your wishes fulfilled. So in so just to try these powers, she tried this benediction, and sun god appeared over there. So sun god told that you called me, so I appeared. So no, she told no, I that now I want to marry you. She told I'm a young girl. I'm not no. So you get a benediction, you will get a son. So she told I'm not married, like so how the society, what they will consider like this. So she told that she came Karna was born from the sun. She told you will remain a virgin, you won't be contaminated like that. And at that time there was no abortion like that, so they were not killing the child. So this child was born, and child was in a basket. She put in a river, and this child was picked up by and carpenter, and he took care of this child who was Karna. So Karna took the side of Duryodhan, and in the Karna had some attraction to Draupadi. So in Draupadi, so Swayamvar is one of the marriages, like, so they qualified, like Draupadi was very qualified, so she could. There was some condition that anybody who could pierce the eye of the fish, he will be a right candidate for Draupadi. And even in Sita's, there was in the Swayamvar, there was a condition that to lift a bow, which is nobody could lift. So Ravan and many other demons came. They all tried, but they could not. And Ram finally easily lifted this bow because this was given by Shiva. So in this way, so that's called Swayamvar marriage. The bride is choosing; she's a very qualified bride. So so in this marriage, the Karna had some particular attraction to Draupadi, and Draupadi knew that she was. So the condition was that the Kshatriyas were allowed to marry, and when Karna came, she knew that Karna defeat can easily pierce the fish eye of the fish with his arrow. So she told that you are not qualified because you are the son of uh, Shudra, like that. You're not qualified. You're not a Kshatriya. You cannot take participate in this marriage. This so in this Swayamvar, like that. So Karna became very angry. Told Karna wanted to insult Draupadi. So in during the there was an ma- there was an like the Kauravas wanted to cheat the Yudhishthira, so they invited for a chess match. So in this match, first of all, Yudhishthira Maharaj lost Draupadi. So Draupadi, Karna, Duryodhan sent Dushasan to bring Draupadi. So at that time, to the they informed that Yudhishthira Maharaj has lost you. So Draupadi, when she came, so Karna remembered the insult Draupadi had done during the marriage. So Karna tried to strip her clothes like that. So he committed a big offense at that time. But she was protected by Lord Sri Krishna. And then, so finally, when there was fight, Kurukshetra war, at that time Karna was fighting with Arjuna. So he fought very valiantly, and Krishna knew that Karna is a very valiant warrior. He can easily defeat, and he will be victorious because he was famous in archery. So Karna's chariot wheel struck in the mud, and at that time Krishna had told Arjuna that you kill Karna. This is the right time, otherwise he cannot be killed. At that time, Karna was pleading that, how come you are trying to attack me this? So Krishna reminded him this about you, same way you tried to disrobe Draupadi, so same way you should also be killed, like that. So it's very actually, marriage is a very one way it's for will lead a peaceful life, happy life, be calm and have a nice family, like that actually. So in this age, Kali Yuga especially, we see marriages are broken very easily because one of the reason is that the parents, there was astrologers. The parents used to consult the astrologers. There are different types of people. Like there is demonic class of people, the consciousness is very degraded, and there are manushya, that human class of people, and there are demigods qualities of people. There are three types of people, like that. So when the horoscope is not matched, like by astrology, they see that whether the boy is qualified to marry the girl, and the girl is a suitable candidate for the boy. So they see the both the horoscope of the boy as well as the girl. And the astrologers were very talented. They knew the art of this astrology in Vedic times. And they would, if suppose the person boy is a demonic and the girl is very she had qualities, devotee qualities, then the marriage would not be proper. There would be fight means. So so that according to astrology they used to choose like that. But we see in this age like there is a lot of divorces. Easily marriage is broke. So one of the main thing is thing a wife should satisfy husband by just not touch his false ego. That's one thing is when this is the key, like because men are very and the man should see the qualities of a woman, how she's taking care of the house very nicely, everything she's keeping nicely organized, I mean like that, and she's doing the work. He should be very satisfied with that. So in this way the family life will be happy. That we should handle with. So in a peaceful life we have to, in household life men's fall handle with care, and woman wants to take care. Humans are shyness, this is the ornament of a woman, like that actually. So there are restrictions, so much restrictions are there. So in marriage life he follows the rules nicely, then he can lead very happy marriage life. It said man and woman, they're both good but the combination is bad. So that's kind of fire and butter is compared like that. So it's also said that manushya yeah, marriage is very, you have to follow this process household, and then you have to follow like brahmachari. There's grahastha, vanaprastha, sannyasi, like that. Brahmachari, and if he wants to remain a brahmachari whole life, that's very good. uh, there's no botheration of household life. And if he wants to go to household life, he goes the realization, good beatings, then he realizes, oh nice, like that. And finally yes, so these are four ashrams. So it's very important to have a peaceful society like that. So it says these are two energies, male and female, marriage and human society. In an animal society, there's no marriage. If in peaceful in household life, so one should be handled with care, men's false ego. So woman should then, this is a peace formula. And woman wants to take care also. So shyness is one of the ornament woman. For human society, there is law. In animal society, there is no law. There is no restriction. Suppose the animal crosses the signal, for them there is no punishment. But a man breaks the law, then there is punishment, like that. So marriage is one rule to become happy. Similar in brahmachari also, there are some rules in brahmachari also. Brahmacharis don't mix with householders, like that. So you have to learn this training is there, how you can purify your existence, like that. Otherwise, if you won't follow the rules, then he won't be happy in household life. It's said in seventh canto of Bhagavatam, household life is just like in dark well. And when he falls in a dark well, it's very difficult to get out. He will cry unless somebody sends a rope. It's dark well, like that. Andhakupam, it says. Andha means dark and Kupam means well. So, so this creation, when Brahma created first the four Kumaras, they Brahma wanted to create progeny, so but these four Kumaras, Narad Muni instructed them to remain a celibate life. So then even Narad Muni was a celibate. Then Brahma wanted Prajapati, so from them woman was produced. So male or female attraction is there. So mental peace need. So men need progress in life. So these ashrams are there, like that, because that's a natural temptation. So there are different marriages: Rakshasa, Gandharva, Swayambur, like that. Different. and Viva, like that. So in Gandharva, there's love, the attraction between man, girl, boy, and girl. They get married. Rakshasas, they kidnap. The Kshatriyas kidnap. Uh, so we can see Krishna had 16,108 wives. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also, when he was in the bathing in the Ganges, he had, when he was playing in the Ganges, he had seen Lakshmi Priya. Lakshmi Priya was his first wife, like that. So then an astrologer came to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's house, and he wanted that Lakshmi were married to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So, but his mother refused. So Chaitanya, when the astrologer was coming back, and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu met him on the way, and he asked, "What's the problem? That why you're not happy like that?" He told, "Your marriage, your mother refused." So Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu convinced his mother Sachimata, and this marriage was performed. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was had gone out for preaching, like that, in Navdeep, some nine city. At that time, Lakshmi Priya was in separation of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So in separation, the time of force, there was, she was killed by and snake, due to snake bite. She had an untimely death, like that. But actually, she died in the separation. The times is compared to, let's say, uh, she in separation of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's mother told to marry again second time to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and Vishnu Priya was his second wife, like that. So we can see Ramchandra, he had only one wife. He was Maryada Purush. He showed the example of an householder Ram. And Lord Krishna, he married 16,100 wives, like that. And most of them, they were kidnapped, like that. We can hear about Rukmini's marriage to Krishna. In the marriage ceremony, Rukmini wanted to marry Krishna, but Rukmini's brother Rukmi wanted uh, Shishupal to marry Rukmini. So Rukmini sent a Brahmana to Krishna and conveyed the message. The Brahmana conveyed the messenger, and Lord Krishna told that I will come and give a good teachings to the kings, and I'll kidnap Rukmini in midst of all of them, just like a lion takes its share. So similarly, so yeah, this is a beautiful process, marriage ceremony. Hare Krishna. So we have law to go. So there's some restriction in the living entities has to purify his life. So, so that's all ashramas are there, like that. I go just read some of the quotes of this wonderful, beautiful pastimes. What Srila Prabhupada says on marriage. It's beautiful. Because, so this age, yeah, it says. So we provided four kinds of sinful life. That's Triya, Suna, Pancha. So these are four kinds of sinners. So out of that, Suna is one. We are not going to kill anyone, but we're unwilling. Therefore, there's Panchasunya Yajna. You have to perform Yajna every day to counteract the sinful reaction of your impulse killing offenders. This is Vedic life. So this is Yudhishthira Maharaj said that it's not Pandava. Yudhishthira said if you he says simply the negative. Positive side is simply by chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra, you become purified. Hare Krishna. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also says same this teachings Kirtanya Sadhari. Always chant the name of the holy name of the Lord. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. So in the association of devotee, one can chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra. The more one associates with devotees, the more he can chant Hare Krishna mantra. The more the people are this, more the group people, like if suppose you are in a room, you won't be happy. You will come out of the room after some time. So when and you'll come to meet somebody. So when there are more yajanti sankirtan sumedesha, it says intelligent persons will perform yagya, the sankirtan that's recommended in this age of Kali Yuga. So it says, simply by chanting Hare Krishna mantra, you become purified. That is recommended by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Cheto Darpana. There are two kinds. One attempt by prescribed, you have done. I'll give some. One attempt meant that you go to jail, live for some time. This is it. If you have committed a murder, then you're hanged. These are the laws. So king orders somebody to be hanged on account of his committing murder. The king is not sinful. King is helpful. So suppose a person murders, then he, according to law, he has to go the punishment. So the king punishes this person that he will should be hanged. So is it that the king is cruel to the person? No, because if he won't be hanged, then he has to suffer the sinful reaction. So the king punishes the criminal by hanging him. That uh, otherwise, if he's not hanged, next time he will be put in difficult. Next time he'll have to become animal. He will be slaughtered. So if you can see, even in animals also, when a person who is killing animals also in this life, he has to, a butcher has to live in the midst of blood, flesh, and this. So the laws are very stringent. Why these animals? Some they were murder of slaughter in the past life as human being. Now they are assumed you the body of slaughter by the laws of nature. Hmm. So why they were put in that position? Because they, they these animals have they were murderer or slaughter in the past life. When animal is slaughtered in sacrifice, there is a mantra. The animal sacrifice recommended for animal eaters to restrict. Animals can be sacrificed. Yes, another meaning. So in this age, there is no like that qualified brahmana who can give a life to a animal. In previous ages, there were some sacrifices, animal put in sacrifice. So in this material world, everybody has the propensity for meat eating, intoxication, and this. So you have to teach. Nobody teaches in the school how to have sense clearance. So that's natural. So Vedas without marriage, sense going. Why this show of marriage? People may question because Vedas have taken marriage is Vedic. Why Vedas have taken this marriage to restrict? Without marriage, unrestricted sense gratification. So it has to become restricted. The idea is to people are accustomed to this habit. On account of this habit, they gradually become implicated with the laws of nature, material nature. So if we keep on this, then we'll be implicated by the laws of nature. So there is some restriction in marriage like that. Yeah. Similarly, liquor also. Liquor, they cook rice and keep few days, few months, then it becomes liquor. But government restricts them. You go to a license shop. So restriction is required even in that also. So there is restriction like that, so wine, even eating also there is restriction. Yeah. So these are all bad things. Like muddy water has to be cleared by filtering. So the human life is meant for purification. Sattva Shuddhi in Bhagavad Gita. Abhayam Sattva Samsuddhi. Samsuddhi is very important. Sattva means my existence. I am eternal. I am suffering. I have got cold affection. This is natural. Affected by cold, I am suffering. So it is my duty to cure. Take some medicine. Go to physician. So when one becomes sick, he gets cold, then he has to go to a doctor to cure of that disease. So every living entity is a part and parcel of God. He is a part and parcel of God. So God does not become impure. We become impure. Therefore, we are suffering. So very simple. Why we are suffering? Because we are impure. So why this? So there is restriction in all this marriage, yeah, like that. Now, actually, if, just was that's what my culture shock in India when I came from India. Also here, we see children also they are not so healthy. Like you can see the children not taken on the street like that, they're tied like that. And even we can see that the parents are always like samba. Samba means which was very dear to his mother. We have samba. There was a movie also. There's they took from this name, I think so. It became very popular. That movie also samba. And idli sambar. It's very popular food dish. Samba. Samba is means one who is very dear to Krishna, his mother. He's always close to his mother. So we see that, like that, children's also, that restriction, children always has to be under the protection of parents, like that. Yeah, the children, they are not given freedom, always the parents are there. And there are people also, their conscience is polluted, like that. So things have changed, like that. When I came from India and saw in the western culture, and many years in the movement also, so outside world is totally changed. Even they have to take care of the children very, they have to be behind the children all the time. So these things, Kali Yuga is so much degrading everything. Many things are there. uh, Marriage also, there's no this restriction. Society is going down, down. So impure existence means transmitting a soul from one body to another and becomes subject to birth, death, old age, and disease. This is impurification. So if he one doesn't follow all these things, then he has to accept a body and he has to suffer for that. Because I'm pure, therefore I'm dying. Birth is, I'm therefore I'm taking birth. Therefore, if we purify our consciousness by advancing, by developing Krishna consciousness, then we become pure. This is the process, Cheto Darpana. So this chanting of Hare Krishna is recommended for purify our consciousness. When we chant, 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 it's natural that every day it's a struggle. Like sometimes we feel very nice, sometimes we feel uncomfortable. It depends what we do whole day, like that. So we have to try to chant. The more we chant, the more we benefit. The more we practice chanting, the more we can chant more nicely, like that. Then when we chant, we also feel joyful, like that. Very important to chanting. We increase our chanting. Even if we may not like it, we have to increase. Like the example is given, a jaundice patient. Jaundice patient that is materially disease, he has a jaundice, then sugar candy is the remedy. Similarly, we are material disease. So here also similar. Say if we purify our consciousness by advancing, by developing Krishna consciousness, then we become pure. This is a process. Because millions of life we have been doing these things in many species of life, eating, sleeping, defending, gratifying senses. So Prabhupada gives the different examples of pillars of sinful life. So there's restrictions. So otherwise, if he commits, goes on, then he has to suffer, then he has to take another birth. Prabhupada gives different examples. The result of intoxication, killing animals, like that. And first, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, cleansing heart. They are based on, I am thinking I am the material product. The scientists, they say I am this. They do not understand what is spiritual identity. I act according to material conception. That is impurity of my consciousness. So on material conception, we identify I'm from India or I'm from this country. I'm this, whatever, Hindu, whatever. So first thing is to, I'm not the material body. Therefore, spiritual education begins from the body. Krishna says, and dehi no asmin yata de, spiritual spark. The scientists cannot imagine this spiritual life. It is beyond their jurisdiction. They may receive hundreds of Nobel Prize, but they cannot may be able to understand Krishna consciousness. No, even where Krishna movement begins, that we cannot understand what is this Krishna conscious movement. So very few people take to Krishna consciousness. It is so difficult to preach Krishna consciousness. People are not interested. Even Srila Prabhupada, he told, prayed that how can I preach this? People are so much materialistic, absorbed. Uh, some really, like scientific purifying the excess of living, that is the eternally blissful life, it's complete knowledge. That is to purify. Ena sudhyat sattvam. In cure attack from cold and cough, medicine is required. You have to go to a physician, spend some money. You want to be cures. This is my repeat disease of repetition, birth, death, and disease, so old age. So actual diseases, repeated cycle of birth, old age, disease, and death. So similarly, when we are sacrificing money to be cured from disease, Shastra says human life is meant for tapasya. Tapo divyam yena sudhya. This human life is meant for tapasya, not for indulging in sensual gratification like animals. So in this tapasya, these things are prescribed, and you just mentioning. So the Krishna consciousness means training people how to become tapasya, undergoing tapasya regularly. That may be cured from the permanent disease, birth, old age, and disease. The whole process is meant to purify. Hare Krishna. So this is whole process is to purify. Chetu Darpanam Arjanam. We have to purify our heart, Chetu, our consciousness. So that's the recommended process. Yagnai Sankirtan Sumedesha. This age people should take to chanting of the holy name of the Lord. So it's very important to glorify the Lord. We get up early in the morning, we come in front of the deities, we take all the trouble. So we should chant in front of the deities. It's recommended in Nectar of Devotion also. Kirtan we have to do together, all devotees. That's the recommended process in this age of Kali Yuga. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. So in marriage also, say, Prabhupada says, girls should be married at the age of 16 according to Vedic. It's not possible. So it's 25. And even that time there was restriction. The girls did not see the boy after marriage, means they in young age, remember, after puberty they get married. So we have all created problems. There is no, in this country there's no marriage. All the girls without husband, and government is supplying welfare donation, encouraging them what they can do. They are unprotected. This system is very bad system. Polygamy is not allowed even by calculation. If there are 300 girls and 100 boys, then how each girl can get a husband? Yes, it's mentioned in Kali Yuga, the population of girls will increase, and the end of Kali Yuga, when men will become very weak. Hare Krishna. Vedic civilized Kshatriyas, especially, they were marrying more than wife life. Like Krishna married 16. Of course, he was God. That is a different thing. We cannot imitate Krishna. I know Krishna married. Generally, people say like that. But you think Krishna set a bad example? Marrying more? No, that was allowed. Now they have made new Hindi code law. According to Manusmriti, especially Brahmana Kshatriyas, they can marry more than one wife. Uh, so now they have created law of Manusmriti. It means that generally the female population is greater than the man, and if the father has the responsibility, the girl, as soon as she attains puberty, before attaining puberty, the father must find out a husband and give in charge of the husband. I mean to say, young girl, she is under the care of father. As soon as she attains use, the sensual appetite is very strong. She must be in charge of husband. When she is old, she must taken care by children. So different stages, girls are always protected. In childhood, their parent takes care, grown up husband takes care, and old age children take care. So always protected. Women should not have independence; they should be protected. So this was system in Vedic time. Like Kunti Maharani, she was very qualified, but she always remained in the protection of her son. Ramchandra also, even during the Sita was kidnapped, Ravan, she left her. She was the daughter of a prince king, but she left along with her husband. So it's called Ardha Patni. Wife is compared to the other part of the husband, half part of the husband. So she's saying husband, although Ramchandra denied, but she's accepted to go to the forest. That is where the culture. Ardhagni, wife must remain with the husband always. Half body wife is half body and husband also. So I mean, wife under the care of the sons when they grow up. So this is Vedic civilization because human needs always protection. So their uh, physical is this made in that psycho is made in that way like that. Childhood parents take care, grown up husband take care, and old age children care takes. So it's always protect. So Vedic system, parent consider the horoscope of the boy and girl. If according to astrological calculation, the boy and girl were compatible in every respect, the match was called Yotaka, and the marriage would be accepted. Even 50 years ago, the system was current in Hindu society. Regardless the affluence of the boy or the personal beauty of the girl, without this astrological compatibility, the marriage would not take place. A person is born in one of the three categories: Devagana, Manushagana, and Rakshasgana. In different parts of universe there are demigods and demons, and in human society some resemble demigods where others resemble demons. If according to astrological calculation there was conflict between a godly and demonic nature, the marriage would not take place. Similarly, there were calculations of Pratiloma, Anuloma. So pratiloma means like an brahmana can marry a kshatriya, but a kshatriya cannot marry a brahmana. That so that's not a proper combination. So pratiloma means favorable. Like that boy and girl. Like, Because care is no longer taken in marriage, we find many divorce. Indeed, divorce has now become a common affair. Although formerly one's marriage would continue lifelong, an affection between husband and wife was so great that wife would voluntarily die with her husband and remain a faithful widow throughout her entire life. Now, of course, this is not possible for it. Human society has fallen to the level of animal society. Marriage now takes simply by agreement. The word, if the boy and girl simply agree marriage, the marriage takes place. But Vedic system is rigidly followed. Marriage frequently. So, when the Vedic system is not rigidly followed, marriage frequently ends in divorce. Hare Krishna. Yeah, so one should see woman as a mother according to Chanakya Pandit, other than one's wife. So this was the training as in brahmacharis like that. But in Kali Yuga, that training is not there. Whole the media is polluted. The association is bad. It's totally opposite like that. So people coming. So one and ashram is not followed. Brahmachari, grahastha, vanaprastha. So everything is topsy turvy. So this process of Krishna consciousness is the way. It's the place of miseries. It says. So Krishna says, like the Pandavas, they were always for Krishna, but they were in put in difficulty. So the material existence is full of dangers for them. This we always remember. We should not be fooled. I am living very comfortably. No, sir, you are in danger. That is said by Krishna. Do not take this material existence comfortable at any moment. Then you are not able to progress in spiritual life. Ah, Krishna. So our step. Do not take this material existence as a comfortable at any moment, then you will not be able to progress in spiritual life. As soon as you think that I am very comfortable here, then you are spiritually fall down. That is Maya. As soon as you think that I am very comfortable here, then you are spiritually fall down. So one has to very be determined to be Krishna conscious in this life. He has to be we have to intense greed to be Krishna consciousness. Purify his existence by the process of Krishna consciousness. Should not think this is a very comfortable place. If we then that says it's a Maya. You are spiritually fall down. That's Maya. Yeah, millions of life. If we say like this year is ending, like last year, how much I was greedy, angry, envy, lusty, we have to note down. Then we note down these things. Oh, this year. Then we see no, we are nowhere. Yeah. Hare Krishna. And sanarthas are there in our heart. Because many lives you have gone through these unwanted things. It's very deep, so one has to take Krishna consciousness very seriously. It says, it's a place of miseries. And people are becoming implied Maya more and more because they are thinking, I'm very comfortable. I've got skyscraper building, I have bank balance, I've got nice wife, I'm comfortable. They are thinking like that. They do not know that is not comfortable life. It is dangerous life. We saw in this pandemic so many all the whole cities was closed. Even very strong people like whatever bodybuilders and the weak people survived, and the very strongest person he died like that. It didn't see any discrimination. Similarly, Prabhupada says here, at the present moment, people are becoming implicated with Maya more and more because foolishly they are thinking, I'm very comfortable. I've got this skyscraper building, I've got so much bank balance, I've got so nice wife, I'm comfortable. This it is danger life. You have to change your body because as soon as death takes, next moment you are proprietor of this house. Next you become dog of this house. If you have got very attachment for the house and at the same time you are active like a dog, then you get the body of dog. You remain in the quarter and bark. Yow, yow, yow. They do not know. Nunam pramate kurta. When there is nice building, nice comfort life, they do anything sinful without knowing not going to be escaped by this sinful. I'll have to suffer for this. And I'm enjoying now material comforts due to my pious activity in the past. I commit sinful life, I have to suffer. Therefore, it is always dangerous. To enjoy in this material life is dangerous because you're creating next life very, very abominable. That's explained. They're simply thinking. She was always thinking of Krishna. She took shelter of Krishna. We are always in danger. So we have to always think of the lotus of feet of Krishna. Hare Krishna. Any comments? Any questions? A man is attracted by woman, woman is attracted by man. Then they unite, then their attachment becomes very strong in this. And our business to attracted not to this material world, our business to be attracted by Krishna, beauty of Krishna, and we will lose the attraction of the false beauty, attraction of this world. Hare Krishna. Maya is very strong. Hare Krishna. So one has to be not attracted to the opposite. One has to become attracted to say Krishna. Any comments? Any questions? Yes, Prabhu. Yes. Yes. Yes, Prabhu.
Um, thank you for your class, Prabhuji.
Thank you, Prabhu.
My question is, okay, so you spoke about marriage in the material realm is not such a thing to um, aspire for in the material side of life.
Hmm.
On the spiritual side, we have examples of acharyas that have been married and have had successful marriages.
Hmm.
Um, and then you have the story of Krishna's sons, all of them kidnapping wives,
Hmm.
Krishna kidnapping
Hmm.
and marrying. So, and then you have the example of Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati,
Hmm.
who came through a person who was married and had many children. And but he decided not to enter into married life, and we have that example. So we have these different examples.
Hmm.
Um, I mean, sometimes I think, well, why didn't Krishna just let everybody come like Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati and preach and never marry? I mean, of course, we have the answer of Gaur Leela, right?
Hmm.
And to bring devotees to the planet, but why not have more examples like Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati, where people come and they don't marry and they give that example?
Yes, Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati was one of the Manjaris. He was a pure representative of Lord Sri Krishna, and he came for a particular purpose to take the fallen souls back to Vaishnava is para dukkha dukhi. Yeah, Vaishnava is para dukkha dukhi. He para dukkha dukhi means he is concerned of the suffering of other living entities. He thinks how they can be delivered from this material world. So he came to preach the message of Krishna. Bhakti Siddhanta was a celibate whole life. It's also said in this Esham Tuantagatam Papam, Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita, one who has done pious activities, previous life and this life, they can engage in devotional service fully impious. They are free from sinful life. So he was a pure representative of Krishna. He had no tinge of sinful desires. So generally, living entity except a body, he goes the cycle of birth and death, like a prison house. Prison house, the prison is there, and in the prison there are criminals. So the criminals means we got this body, whatever type of body, we are criminals. We are in this because of our activities. We get this body, particular our desire, our consciousness. So that's why this material world is made. And Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati was empowered by the Lord to come to preach, to deliver, because not all will take to Krishna consciousness. All will not take to Krishna consciousness. Very few will take to Krishna consciousness, because Krishna consciousness is a pure stage of life. It's coming to the pure transcendental platform. Brahma Bhuyaya Kalpate. In this world, everybody is under the influence of different nature, goodness, passion, ignorance. So when one transcends this, he comes to pure goodness, that's Krishna consciousness. It's on the pure platform. So Brahma Bhuta Prasannatma Na Shoshati Kangshati. So by and understanding, first thing is that we are not this body, we are a spirit soul, we are all part and parcel of Krishna, and my have an eternal relationship with God, and I have to engage in devotional service. So material world is means is like a prison house. So the prison house, Some criminals understand very soon, some don't understand, and somebody's heart is unclean like that. So such great acharyas come for the benedict for the people to take Krishna conscious, so they can be delivered from this repeated cycle. After all, everybody is a spirit soul, everybody is a part and parcel of God. So naturally, they will have to come. Finally, they have to surrender today or not tomorrow. Bahunam janmante jnanavanma prapadyante vasudeva sarvamiti samatma sudurlabha. Such a soul is very rare who surrenders to Krishna, who understand Krishna is my everything. I only want Krishna. Hare Krishna. Na dhanam, na janam, na sundarim, kavitam jagdish kamaye. Mama janmani janmanishwari bhavtat bhakti retu ki. I only want your devotion. Like Dhruv Maharaj, he came, asked, wanted a kingdom. So he was, in one sense, was asking for some material benediction. But when he saw Lord Krishna, he said, I don't want anything. I was just looking for a glass piece. Gajendra also, Gajendra was the king of the elephant, and he was the strongest of all the elephants, 10,000. But he was in the water, and he was caught by a crocodile, and crocodile is the animal of the water. At that time, he tried all things. He had wife, everything, but nobody could protect him. But in previous life, he performed devotional service. Then he took out a flower and he offered nice prayers to Krishna. So this bhakti is coming. We have come across a devotee, and we came to Krishna conscious. It was their mercy we are carrying on in devotional. It's not our own endeavor. We always need the mercy of Krishna and his pure representative. So that's why it says you have to associate it with a, yeah, reference of God. Sadhu Sang, Sadhu Sang. And that's all. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna, Kurunand Prabhu. You want to add something? Translation is about Samba. Samba is ten, sorry, Stereo Samba. Hare Krishna. Twanging his wonderful bow. Heroic Samba struck with arrows the 6 warriors headed by Karna. He pierced the 6 chariots with as many arrows, each team of 4 horses with 4 arrows, and each chariot driver with a single arrow. And he similarly struck the great bowman who commanded the chariots. The enemy warriors congratulated Samba for his display of prowess. So Samba showed his valor, and he was the son of Krishna. And Karna, along with other 6, they all tried to capture Samba. They pierced with arrows. Alright. So, see? जय श्रीमद् भागवत पुराण की जय।